ladies and gentlemen, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We are doing our FIFA World Cup 26 predictions. Now you can see in the background here, we've got Group A, Group B. We're going to go through it all. It's going to predict how it all works and who plays against who. So we're going to get into this now, and I'm going to predict from my end how the World Cup's going to go. If I'm wrong, don't come at me. This is just my thoughts. So, we got Group A here with Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, and South Africa. Now, I see Mexico winning this group. It's got Mexico written all over it. In their home area, I don't see how they can struggle. I'm going to say Czechia second, because South Korea have an aging Heung-min Son, and I don't know if Kangin Lee can do the rest on his own. So that is my Group A. Mexico to top it, Czechia, Korea Republic, and then South Africa. Group B now. I'm going to say Switzerland top the group. They've got more than the rest of the teams put together. We're going to go Canada second due to home nation advantage. We're then going to go Bosnia and then Qatar at the bottom. Qatar, since they hosted the World Cup, they promised that they were going to get better and better. No one's seen it. Right, Group C. Now, this is where it gets hard. Now, Brazil are a good side. They've got a lot of elite footballers. But Morocco have a little bit more about them. They got given that controversial AFCON from... Who was it that they beat in abbreviation? Was it Ghana? I can't remember who it was. Ivory Coast? I think they're in the World... Senegal. There you go. They're in the World Cup. I knew that much. Right. So... I think Morocco top this group. Now, Morocco will get a draw against Brazil. Morocco could edge the game against Brazil, maybe win 1-0. Then they'll probably draw with Scotland and they'll definitely beat Haiti. So I think Brazil second, because they'll probably beat Scotland. So I would predict Morocco get 7 points, then Brazil get 6 because they beat Scotland and Haiti. Scotland will beat Haiti, and then they will be at the bottom. Now, Group D. I am... Now, USA are good, Turkey are good, and then there's Australia and Paraguay. I'm going to go with the Americans top in the group because they're in their home nation. I think they've got a bit about them. And that will give them the extra 12th man to push them forward to go and win the group. I'm going to go Turkey second. Don't need to say any more than Yildiz and Arda Güler, to name a couple. Şanlıurfa, I believe he's still in the national side. And then we're going to go Paraguay third and Australia fourth. I don't think either of these two teams here will get the best third place position, but they won't be awful. Now, Group E. We got one of the big boys in Germany. Ecuador, who have, I believe, Moises Caicedo. And that's about all I can think of. Ivory Coast, who normally have a few good players. And Curacao at their first World Cup. So, I'm going to go Germany to top the group. Ecuador second. Ivory Coast third. And Curacao getting 0 points. Unfortunately for them. Next up, I can see we got Netherlands, Japan, Sweden and Tunisia. I can see Sweden top in this group. And before you guys come at me, they've got Lucas Bergvall, Kulusevski, Alexander Isak. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Gyökeres. They have a good unit. Graham Potter, maybe not the best choice of a manager, but managed to somehow get them into the World Cup despite at one point looking like they wasn't going to. But I think they'll top this group. I'm going to say Netherlands second, Japan third, Tunisia bottom. That's my prediction on that group. Now, we get to Group G. Now, we're going to have to say Belgium topping it, obviously. That's the no-brainer pick. Then I'm going to go Egypt. And then I'm going to be a little bit controversial. I think Chris Wood will pull New Zealand through. And Iran will finish bottom of the group. Mainly because they're not exactly wanted in the country. And I think that's going to have an effect on them. Next up is Group H. It's easy to pick who's going to be top of Group H. Then we're going to go Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and then Cabo Verde. I thought they were called Cape Verde, but Cabo Verde are going to be bottom of that group. Now we come to Group I. France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq. Now, everybody would be saying France to win the group here. I'm not too sure about that. I think if Norway can get the best out of Odegaard, Nusa, Haaland, I don't know if they're taking Naipan. I'm not sure if Oscar Bob's back or not. But I think if they can get the best out of all those players, they will top this group. So I'm going to go Norway to top the group. Now, I'm going to put France. But Senegal have a point to prove. So I wouldn't be surprised if Senegal end up here and France end up third. That wouldn't shock me at all. Now I've moved them. I can't move them back. Oops. Did not mean to do that, but yeah. I wouldn't be overly surprised if that happened. This will reset your bracket and remove your current predictions. You'll need to re-enter them again. I'm just trying to reset that one. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go Norway, France, Senegal, and then Iraq. Next up is Argentina, the current World Cup holders. They are going to top this group. It will probably be quite a stroll in the park for them. Then I am going to go Austria, Algeria, and Jordan are going to get no points at all. Now, Group K. Portugal, Colombia, Congo Republic or something, and Uzbekistan. So we're going to go, and you Ronaldo fans might come at me. Colombia are going to top this group. They have one of the best defences at the World Cup. William Pacho is just an animal. They have good players going forward. They have a decent midfield. And Portugal don't tend to do well in the group. So I'm going to go Colombia to win the group, Portugal second, and then I'm going to go Uzbekistan because Kushinov defensively could help them massively, and it might be enough for them to finish above Congo. Now, Group L. This is the big one for all of us English fans. England, Croatia, Panama, and Ghana. Now, England realistically could finish first or second. I don't see us being any lower. But I've seen the friendlies. I don't normally pay attention to friendlies. But we've looked really good, in my opinion. We've got a good shape. Our players are playing well. They're all up for it, if anything. So I think England top the group. I'm going to guarantee Croatia second. And then it's going to be Ghana ahead of Panama. Now, we have to pick our best third place teams. Which we can do on the next screen. Which is it down here? Yes, it is. So easy one, Senegal. Another easy in Japan. Ivory Coast. Scotland, 100%. Ghana. Yeah, Ghana will beat Panama. So that should be enough. I'm going to go Korea. They should get enough. Then we'll go Algeria and Bosnia. That is the teams I think will be third. Now what this does is it allows you to do the group stages. So, you can see we've got some tasty group stages here, actually. Some tasty fixtures. And, yeah, we're going to go through them one by one. So let's start from the top. We got Germany against Scotland. I see Scotland getting through. I don't see them going much further. I think this is Germany's. Germany will beat Scotland. Even if it's on penalties, they'll go through. You got Norway and Japan. Japan do love a good shock. Japan are the team that can pull off an upset occasionally. So, will they be able to nullify Odegaard and Haaland? I'm going to say yes. I think Japan will get through that. And you got Japan-Germany in the round of 16. We got Czechia versus Canada, who get rewarded with either Sweden or Brazil. Good for them. I am going to say... Oh, this is a tough one. This is a 50-50. It could go either way. I'm going to go with home advantage. Canada will go through. Sweden, Brazil. Sweden are good, but they're not good enough to knock out Brazil. So I'd see Brazil going through there. We got Portugal and Croatia. Now, Portugal have a very good side, but Croatia do well at World Cups. I think Portugal will go through, and Ronaldo will probably score his first knockout goal, and that'll be the goal that gets them through. Spain, Austria. Spain, that's a no-brainer. USA and Bosnia. I can see USA going through this. Bosnia only have Edin Dzeko, really. That's not going to be enough to get through a united American side. See what I did there? We got Belgium and South Korea. This is where Belgium go through. 100%. I can see Belgium going through against Korea. Now we have a big tie here. Morocco, Netherlands. Netherlands with Virgil van Dijk, Ryan Gravenberch, Cody Gakpo, Van de Ven, Bart Verbruggen. They have a good side. But Morocco have near enough the same squad they took to the 2022 Qatar World Cup. And we all know how well they did. I think this is the end of the Netherlands. The heat will be too much for them. Morocco will be able to run circles around them. They've got a united side. They've got a good shape. Everything about that Morocco side, I think they can at least guarantee themselves a quarter-final. Maybe a semi-final if they get lucky. Now, next up, we've got Ecuador and France. Now, I think France will go through. This will be the end of the Ecuadorian run. But I don't see France being able to win it this year. I don't think they're good enough. If I'm completely honest, they're certainly not good enough, and I think they'll struggle. Next up, we have Mexico and Ivory Coast in the Mexico City Stadium. Now, this could go either way. I think there's going to be an upset for the Mexico City fans. I'm going to say Ivory Coast go through that tie. I think they've got too much to stop Mexico haven't got enough to stop Ivory Coast, should I say. But yeah. Next up, we got England and Senegal. Now, Senegal, like I said, have a point to prove. They do have an Asian squad. England have a rather young squad this time, which means energy. They're all playing at a top level as well. We got Harry Kane. If Harry Kane's firing, we could well go on and win the whole thing. I think we beat Senegal. England and Ivory Coast will be that quarterfinal. Here, Argentina and Uruguay. Now, a South American derby, essentially. I think we could have an upset. But maybe not at this round. I think Argentina will just edge past Uruguay. That's my thoughts. I think they'll do enough. Next up, Turkey, Egypt. I'm going to go with Egypt, and only because if Mo Salah and Omar Mamouche are firing on all cylinders, that's all they need. If they can cut in one from each wing, they're going to be cooking. I think they've got enough to do Turkey. Then we got Switzerland, Algeria. I would say I'm going to go Algeria to go through that one. And then in Kansas City on Friday the 3rd of July, I'm going Colombia to beat Ghana. This time we'll work from bottom to top. I'm going to go Colombia to get to the quarterfinals. And they'll be playing Argentina because Egypt's run will end there, unfortunately for Egypt. Then I am going to go... I think England have got enough to see Ivory Coast off. So England through, even if it goes to penalties. And this is where you guys are going to see a surprise. France will go out to Morocco. And that is straight and simple because I believe that Morocco side can run rings around the French team. Sometimes the French team are full of egos. They're just individuals. They can be a unit, but they don't always perform like a unit. And I think this will be one day where they just go out, they drop. Next up, we got USA and Belgium. I can see USA doing that. I think USA will make the quarterfinals here, eliminating Belgium. Because they look a unit. They look really good together. This is 50-50. Now, I think Ronaldo might be up for it. Personally, I think Ronaldo might be up for this World Cup more than any other World Cup, knowing it's his last. Spain have Yamal, Pedri, you can name a lot of Spanish players. But if Portugal can do enough to just snatch a goal, defend, I think Portugal can go through. So I'm going to go Portugal to eliminate the favourites, Spain. Personally. Obviously, Brazil through Canada. And I don't see Japan being able to do anything against Germany. So then we set up a quarter-final of Germany versus Brazil. Now, Germany, I can see getting to the final. But I can also see Brazil. Now, it might be a tournament too soon for some of the German youngsters, but they do have a very good side. I think Brazil have a point to prove. They've not won a World Cup in a long time. I think Brazil will be your first semi-finalists. And who I can see them playing? Portugal. I can see that's being the end of the run for USA. They'll be proud of getting to the quarters, but I think Portugal will get to the semi-finals to face Brazil. Now, we'll leave Morocco and England for a minute. I think, right, here, Argentina, the current holders of the World Cup, I think this is as far as they go. I can see Colombia being the surprise of this World Cup. Colombia to the semi-finals of the World Cup. I can just see them pulling a few strings, knocking out a couple of shots, and I can see them doing it. Now this, taking off my England bias hat, could be a close game. This is a game I could see going to penalties, and England's record on penalties aren't great, but one day that has to change. Now, if our boys turn up and our boys play amazingly, they've got a 6-day rest before this game, we can beat them. But Morocco, like I said, if they can avoid any injuries to Hakimi, for example, if they lose Hakimi, they've got no chance. But I think because we've got a better squad and there'll be more energy towards the end of the game, we could beat Morocco. So we're going to go up now to the semi-final here in Dallas, in the Dallas Stadium. Brazil, Portugal. I can see this being the end of Cristiano Ronaldo's Portuguese career. I don't think they've got enough to get to the final. Brazil will be in the World Cup final. And a funny thing about this as well, guys, a South American team, every time the World Cup has been hosted in, I believe, North America or South America, they've been in the final or won it. So I can see a South American team getting to the final. But I only can see one. Because this is where Colombia's fairy tale run will end. And England and Brazil will be your World Cup final. And this could go either way. Before I press this, I want you guys down below to do your predictions on who you think would win this game. It's 50-50, but if we get to the final, I believe we're lifting the trophy. England is my favourite to win the World Cup, and it's just because we've got the squad depth. We have Tuchel, who's a very, very good manager at this level, and yeah, I even rate his picks. I was critical of them before, but now I've seen some of those players play and I understand why they're there. I think he's got it bang on. England will be your 2026 World Cup winners.